You're lying in bed at 6 a.m. and your mind won't stop spinning. The same question, the same 3 or 4 options, the same knot in your chest. You've thought about it 100 times. You don't have a new answer. What you actually need is permission to stop thinking and just decide. That's where runes come in. Runes are an old alphabet from the north, what's called the Elder Futhark, and for over 2,000 years, people have used them to cut through exactly that kind of stuck thinking. Not because they're magic. Because the system works in a way that silences the noise in your head. Here's the thing that surprises most people. The system has survived Christian times, wars, forgetting, and deliberate erasure. Why? Because it actually delivers clarity when you need it. Stick around, and I'll tell you the one mistake everyone makes when they start, and how to skip it entirely. Most people think runes work because they're ancient or magical. That's backward. They work because of how they're built. Each rune in the Elder Futhark, the oldest version we have, carries a single clear meaning tied to a real human experience. Wealth, defense, partnership, loss, patience, change. When you draw a rune from a bag, pulling one stone when you need direction, your brain has to actually engage with what that symbol means. You can't hide an abstraction. The rune forces you to translate, oh, this is about flow, not force. I've been pushing. That's the problem. That's not mystical. That's how symbolism works. The rune becomes a mirror, not for the future, but for what you already know but haven't named yet. The Elder Futhark has 24 runes, that's 24 different human problems and passages. 3 groups of 8, called its. Different people across Iceland, Scandinavia, England, and the German lands all use the same 24 shapes. Not because of centralized power. Because they work. I've been drawing a single rune most mornings for years now. What strikes me is how much slower I've become. Not lazy slow. The kind of slow where you actually hear what you're deciding before you move. My mornings used to be chaos. Now they're quiet choices. That's the real draw. Not prophecy. It's the pause. Every time you cast or draw, you're literally stopping the default panic and asking a different question. Over time, that becomes a habit. Your brain starts doing it on its own. This is why the system survived suppression. It wasn't institutionalized like other traditions. It was practiced quietly. Farmers, traders, women, people you'd never notice. They didn't need permission or a priesthood. They just needed a bag of stones and a real question. Every historical description of rune use, carved on memorial stones, marked on weapons, drawn for counsel, points to the same thing: people reaching for clarity when it mattered. Birth, death, journey, decision, blessing, binding. Real moments. Real stakes. The system endured because it served real needs, not because anyone was protecting it. The mistake everyone makes starting out is thinking they need to memorize all 24 meanings. You don't. You need to start drawing and listening. Each rune teaches itself when you pay attention. If you want a structured path through this, the book Runes in 7 Days walks you through exactly this. Link is in the description if you're curious. It's built for people just like you who are tired of overthinking. So here's the payoff I promised. The one mistake everyone makes is treating runes like a fortune-telling game. They're not. They're a thinking tool. The moment you flip that, when you stop asking what will happen, and start asking what am I not seeing, the whole system shifts. Suddenly it's not spooky. It's clear. That's why this system has lasted 2,000 years. Not magic. Honesty. The runes don't tell you what you want to hear. They show you what you're already carrying. And that clarity is worth drawing for. If you're curious to go deeper, subscribe for more rune draws and real stories about how this works in actual life. And drop a comment, tell me the one thing you're stuck thinking about right now. Sometimes just naming it is the first rune draw.